What's happening? Shalom and what's up, YouTube? And blessings. And blessings. Another day, another subject, another small idea that I wanted to touch upon. You know, it's gonna be a free flow like it always is. And again, thoughts in traffic. I'm riding through one of those not so melanated friendly states, and people act weird, not only in traffic and trying to block and create situations, which I had once, like literally a few weeks ago. I had a blowout and the guy tried to force an accident while I had a blowout on the tire while looking at me directly in the eye. Like, these are the things that really can bug you, because in person they would never do that, but it shows the character of these creatures. Of course he was a white person. He was a foreigner looking white person. That are just out of shape and weird, awfully looking. But that is, and not all white people are like this, by the way. But if you're melanated, most are. And it's only in the middle to lower class. Upper class, race doesn't really play a factor. These are for people that are hopelessly spinning their wheels and don't have any direction. But this is just from mere personal observation. I get this as well as going through stores. I think I posted this on one of my previous videos. But a realization in the subject when I'm gonna title this movie is like, stop being I'ma show you ninja attitude. Like, there's a guy that was deliberately slowing down like 10 miles an hour under the speed limit and just being a pain in the ass, just to be an hindrance. And I followed with him, I slowed down, I gave him a large distance and I just slowed it down. And he's really persistent on it. So I pulled over, let another truck, I let cars go in front and they passed him over because they're sick of his bullshit too. And then I let another truck, which is harder to pass up, get in front of me. And he completely stopped. I get my normal gap. I get, hold on, the buzz of this truck. Anyways, sorry. I get my normal gap distance back, and he drives normal because he has no governor on his shit. I can tell. He's going like damn near almost 80 right now. I'm doing like 60 something with all this wind resistance and all this weight I'm carrying. And that's because another guy that I let pass, another white person got behind. And not all white, like I say, not all white people are down for the fuck. A lot of them are hive-minded, so a lot of them are, depending on the area and the situation. Hive-minded white people won't do the hive-mindedness in hive-minded people, period, for any race, won't do their hive-minded actions in the clear view of people that aren't part of the hive, because if they get observed too much, we'll all come together as people that aren't part of the hive and we'll fix them. That's why they find ways to alienate, irritate, imprison, kill, murder, slowly poison, multitudes of things. We like to call it gang stalking, but it's a literal spiritual thing. Like, they all know who to touch and who not to touch and when to touch. It's a weird thing. They have a weird network that I haven't really figured out. But on a layman's terms of breaking it down, stop being I'ma show you nigga. I gave him a gap. I get my piece back. I gain what I'm trying to get, and I get them. Like, this is another way of them leeching, as the ass puppets they are, for the Archons to get the energy that they need to feed back upwards into a negative system. That small frustration that you're allowing to persist doesn't need to happen. If I need to pull over, I'll fucking pull over and wait like 10, 15, 30 minutes. I'll do that. I'll do the whole, like, it doesn't have to be passive at the same time. There's other times where things are just going good, and a lot of people acting weird, and I'm gonna bump into you, I'm gonna push you over, dude. And you don't have to say excuse me. Like, a lot of people, I'm gonna bump into you, I'm gonna get in your way. I'm gonna say excuse me, you push me, I'm gonna push you back. You get aggressive, I'm breaking your bones. And they can feel, the hive-minded people aren't like normal people. they can feel that, like, an overwhelming amount of violence is imminent because of the actions that they're playing with their stupid games, and they'll stop. Like, oh, yeah, I wasn't built for that. I wasn't built for this. I wasn't prepared for the onslaught that is going to be dished upon me for this stupid shit. Like, insurance won't cover it because
follow the road for 3 miles.
Because I instigated my own demise. But you have to be versatile. Like, okay, man, I got today. I got a little bit of time, and I'm gonna have to set the point straight. Because again, they are connected. I give too many passes, and then you start noticing, like, white people in completely different states, like, oh, I'm gonna shove you, or I'm gonna mean mug you. Like, I was just at Walmart, I grabbed fucking this bullshit, pomegranate or whatever. And niggas meet, I'm like, I'm gonna look you dead in the eyes, I'm gonna stand up square shoulders, and I'm gonna look down like a bitch, and we're gonna get back to business. Or we can get down to business. Like, I'm indifferent. But either way, that pussy juice between your legs is gonna get settled and stirred up. But on a spiritual level, and if you have to be physical. And then, yes, it's a white town, and people are like, well, be careful. Like, you don't understand the immense power of raw violence. America has this raw thing down. Like, yes, you may outnumber me, but you won't live in the next few minutes to see the outcome of the actions that you started. Like, so that's, you have to take, like, the enemy, and these people are cowards in nature. And it's not just white people, but cowardice is a universal thing. They're all, they share the same trades. They backbite, they gossip, they mean mug from a distance, they stalk, they watch, they plot evil things in the shadows.
In 1 mile, take the second exit at the traffic circle towards Garnett.
They're long drawn out. They're really, it's a lot of these weird, petty, bullshit ass activities that you can learn. And you can spot, and you can become adaptive to. You don't have, like I say, violence is the last thing. As a trained person in multiple things, violence is the last thing. Because you're wasting a lot of time. You're going to have to explain to the police whether he's dead or they're dead or not. It's just the last. It's just, even if you're in the right, it's just the last thing to do. But you can't remove it off the table either. Because these are how these creatures operate, these cowards, the demons inside them. Like, cowardice is a demon possession, if we're gonna sum it up. I don't want to make this too long.
Take the second exit at the traffic circle.
But it's a demon, it's a spirit. I don't know. I've never been a bitch, so I really can't explain it, but from an outside view. Turnarounds and turnabouts. Give me just a second. GPS is gonna get loud in a second, but that's fine. Please ignore it. It's just how it works. Yeah, but detecting their traits from a distance, like lack of eye contact, clear, large lack of any remnants of a confidence, zero self-agency, hive-minded, which I talk about and harp on. But yes, we can operate in groups, but their whole existence is a group thing. For example, they're not saying anything, they're just standing in a group. And they never say anything, but they only move in a group, and they only feel comfortable in a group. If the group moves and they forgot while they're staring at you or being weird, they have to hurry and scurry back to the group, because that's where their power image remains. It's gotten more prevalent nowadays than it has. Like, there were more individuals back in the day. Now we have less spirited beings, under my assumption. Like, on this channel, there's another guy that's a trucker that just comes on my page to yell at me. I blocked his bitch ass instantly. Like, you have no videos, you have no courage to put yourself out here, or to look uncool, or look cool, or tell the truth. And you think you have, like, God speaks on having courage and not have fear. You don't have the courage to be yourself, and you think you have the capability to tell me who I am. That's wild. You're part of that hive mind. Like, and they also make the assumption that the average human beings, the actual humans in the world, can't see them. Like, oh yeah, we don't notice that there's something wrong. Hold on. Truck does this a lot, especially when I'm recording. But they do this weird thing that's like, oh yeah, these people are stupid. The average human beings are stupid. They won't notice that we do a lot of hive mentality activity. We stir up trouble. We cause gossip. We cause quarrels in the workplace. In general life, traffic. The average person doesn't notice this. So we can definitely get away with stirring up evil amongst all of them. And partially, some of them don't notice it, but I think we're at the age of where we're all waking up and that divide is coming out clear. And the reason for their hatred for these weird-ass hive-minded people that they have for us, if we really question it, is because they need us. If we remove our spiritual energy, our attention, our focus, and our creativity, what will they have? Like, their whole life is based on something else, somebody else outside of themselves. They've removed themselves completely from the connection of God. But that's the breakdown of why they do it. At least from my standard, I have no idea. I wouldn't turn my back from the connection to God, with all my flaws and all. But that's my hypothesis. But to digress on a point, make moves, and sometimes they have to be repetitive. Like the other truck and that vehicle that I had in front, they moved out of the way. I probably have about 30 more minutes. I'm going to pull over to the side right now, and I'm going to let this motherfucker get completely out of my sight. I'm going to chill for a second. I'm going to chill for a quick second. And you have to get, like, this makes your day. I'm going to actually pull over there. This is a little bit better. This road is wonky. I'm in Oklahoma. You know, the state where they got rid of Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of the richest black cities in America, where they basically bombed and murdered and killed everybody. It's kind of their thing around here. And every state's different because of their spiritual energy and the history of it. But yeah, this state is known for a lot of weird shit. But I digress. I'm just passing through, and I digress on the point of you'll have to just be aware, take initiative, and your life will change. Your life will shift completely in the way that you like it. If you just do these small little tweaks. Like the Bible says, count the costs before you start building so that you know you can complete it. And wisdom in a lot of the books of the Bible, it'll tell you that if you seek him and the goodness of him, the world is going to dislike you and it's going to hate you. And the world is of these demonic people. If you don't believe in demons, you're probably one yourself. If you don't believe in God and devil, you're probably lying. Or you're probably delusional. But I'm not here to argue. I'm just here to pull a point. You have a spirit, and there are spirits out there, and some of those spirits use that energy to not build themselves and pull themselves out of the hole, but to pull you in it, because misery loves company. But regardless of all that being said, I know my value, kinda. It's still higher than my perception. But God knows your value. But do you? Either way, do you. Like and subscribe.